This segment will show you how to finish assembling the hopper bag, including assembling the support rods, pivot rod, and the bag arm tubes, and how to attach the hopper bag to the sweeper. First, tip the hopper bag onto its back to assemble the two hopper support rods, part 14. Important note, do not overbend the support rods during the following step. Overbending them will cause the steel rods to lose their support tension. Place the ends of each rod into the upper and lower rear hopper tubes, bending the rod only just enough to fit into the holes in the tubes. Next, begin to slide one end of the pivot rod, part 13, through the stitched sleeve at the front end of the windscreen. Once the pivot rod is through the windscreen, insert the rod through the holes in one of the bag arm tubes, part 2, and then through the upper hopper tube. Then place another bag arm tube onto the other end of the rod and slide that end of the rod through the other upper hopper tube. The bag arm tubes will now be hanging down from the pivot rod, with one on each side of the hopper bag with the windscreen in between them. Now you can attach a vinyl cap, part O, onto the top of each bag arm tube where it is connected to the pivot rod. Attach two pal nuts, part H, onto the ends of the pivot rod using a hammer. To make it easier to attach the pal nuts, you can place the bag on its side on a solid surface. With the bottom end of the pivot rod against the surface, tap a pal nut onto the top end of the rod. Turn the bag over to repeat this process for the other end of the rod. Then take the rope, part 16, and secure one end to the center of the upper rear hopper tube. To attach the hopper bag to the sweeper, place them so the hopper bag is right behind the sweeper with the wide end on the bottom. Slide the ends of the bag arm tubes into the ends of the hitch tubes and align the holes in the ends of each tube. Secure them to each other by inserting a clevis pin, part J, through the aligned holes and securing the pins at the bottom with a hairpin cotter, part M.